Welcome everybody, my name is Dave Ward on behalf of United Dirt Sim Series and Pushing the Cushion, bringing you the Fournier Motorsports 358's right here from Lanier. Guys are out on the track right now, checking everything out, trying to see in practice how they're looking. Right now, Josh Fuller sitting on top of the board with the 13.779. Jonathan Byram in second. Justin Sick in third. Chris Jones in fourth. So a couple of the Mecca Motorsports boys sitting on top of the board right now. And we are almost through first practice here and getting ready to roll into qualifying here in just a few moments. Lanier's going to be interesting. We were doing some testing and some practice races earlier. It actually looks like the bottom line is going to be the line to beat tonight. That'll definitely be preferred, and it'll be interesting to see if the guys on the outside line will be able to chase down the inside line, as it is much quicker. There's Cody Clark right there in the number 5, taking a little watch on him here. Braxton Wilson going upside down. Somebody send an ambulance to turn number 3 as the 14X of Braxton Wilson goes for one wild ride. Got a few new drivers from north of the border up in Canada joining us tonight. Hugo as well as Mario. Both of those boys stepping in with Claude Fournier. So glad to have those guys. Welcome. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Should be a good race, as we are going to be coming up on mid-season here in just a few weeks, which will be double points night, and that will make things interesting. We do have 2 drop races, so if drivers are not able to make it for a race or two throughout the series, those races get dropped, and the double points at mid-season championship and the finale will both have the double points to fill in those gaps. So that's definitely going to be interesting. Hopefully they don't miss or have to take a 0 on those double points nights. Once again, 19:30 in right now, so we are coming up on getting ready to wrap up the first practice session here in Hot Laps. Billy Brickley right there from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, running the 00. Justin Sick still sitting top 3 as far as fastest, right there in the 5S from the Mecca Motorsports. Or is he the firm? I don't know. I've heard both ways. Guess we'll have to find out if he can get in the top 3 on the podium tonight. I'm sure he'll be able to clear that up for us. All right, guys, getting ready to roll into qualifying right now. You'll see the time showing up on the left-hand side. We'll try and grab a few drivers as they make their runs. There we go. Sammy McNabb out there in the number 28. Out running. Watch that wheel seesawing back and forth as he makes his way around Lanier. Running about mid-track. We'll have to see how his first lap is going to stack up here momentarily. Cody Clark going to be first on the board there. Now Jonathan Byram and Ryan Krause from the Mod Squad joining him. Sammy McNabb going to throw down second fast time at the moment. Here's Jonathan Byram finishing up his run here in the number 54. So Byram sitting with a 14.055, sitting on top of the board as we speak. Camden Johnston in second. Just got done painting the car for that guy here. It was actually for his late model, but keep an eye on this young gun as he is getting fast and will be working his way up through the field. Brian Lawson right there from Mud Dog Motorsports, sitting with a top 4 time at the moment. It's a good run for him. Looking forward to big things from him as well. Cale Stryker finishing up. He's right there, top 10. Look at Josh Fuller coming in across over the top of everybody. 1/10 of a second faster right there for Josh Fuller. He is out on the track right now, throwing down. And that's going to do it for him with the 13.941. All right, guys, they are doing the drivers' meeting right now, and we will be rocking and rolling here with some green flag action here at Lanier here momentarily. We're going to go ahead and pay the bills right now for those that support us. We definitely appreciate each and every one of them. Pushing the Cushion Productions for allowing us to host all the races for United Dirt Sim Series. Jessup Logistics, Mark Jessup over at Jessup Logistics has helped us out in the past here. Has been with us since day one of the league starting out, and we definitely appreciate each and everything that he does for us. As well as Goyette Trucking. You'll be seeing the Goyette Trucking Big Block Modified All-Stars coming at you here right following this race. And we appreciate Anthony Goyette and everything he does to help out the league as well. Redline Race Designs has a March Madness sale right now. $5 off of wraps, guys. So if you're looking to get an updated paint scheme for your cars, doesn't matter if it's dirt or asphalt, whatever you want, right now, $5 off for the March Madness sale for Redline Race Designs. New entry for this year also, Dirt Empire Magazine. Make sure you check them out at dirtempiремagazine.com. You can grab a subscription for the actual magazine in print form, but they also have electronic articles as well on their website. Make sure you check them out at dirtempiремagazine.com. And rounding it out, the class sponsor, new for this season, we appreciate Claude Fournier. Fournier Motorsports coming on board and putting up the money for the top 3 payouts here in this free league. So we definitely appreciate Claude and everything that he's done to help make this class a success. One of the newest classes here in iRacing, and it's super popular, and we are glad to have them on board. All right, so we have about 20 seconds left. Everybody has qualified. You can see them stacked up on the left-hand side of the screen there. Actually, we're missing quite a few drivers that didn't put down a qualifying time. So we will be rocking and rolling here for heat race number 1 in just a moment. And as I say it, we are getting ready to rock and roll. So here we go. Heat race number 1 taking to the grid right now from Mecca Motorsports in the number 15, starting on the pole position, it is Cale Stryker. Outside row number 1 from LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop Powered Machine, it's the number 21 of Blaine Brink. Inside row number 2 Take a look at him right there. The 00 Buckshot Billy Brickley from Suffolking Fast Sim Sports. He'll be one to keep an eye on. Here's your top qualifier for tonight in the number 12 right there. It is Josh Fuller. Inside row number 3 in the number 99 car, it is Tom LaBar. Mod Squad driver Tom LaBar, by the way. Mason Mier right there, going to start in the 6th position outside row number 3 in the number 36 from Northeast Racing. It is Mason Mier. Oh, shit. We got Billy Bowerman. We call him Gramps from Suffolking Fast Sim Sports in the number 24. Looks like he doesn't have a car paint right now. And Mario, oh man, I'm going to mispronounce your name and I know it, but from Canada, Mario Poudriere. And Kevin Robinson rounding out the field, and we are green flag racing here at Lanier. Working right now out front is the number 15 car from Mecca Motorsports. It is Cale Stryker. Billy the Buckshot Brickley trying to chase him down in that 00 from Suffolking Fast Sim Sports. It's going to push Blaine Brink back to the 3rd position now, which is the final transfer position here in heat race number 1. As you can see him working around. Now Blaine Brink trying to work down on the inside, but all cars all the way down on your inside line. That is going to be the fast line tonight. I am sure of it. We'll have to keep an eye and see what drivers decide to venture up top. But Billy Brickley still out front in this one, just past halfway in that 00. Blaine Brink there in the number 21, still holding down that final transfer position. But you've got the top qualifier right behind him, Josh Fuller in the number 12. Super patient guy. We'll have to wait and see if he can work his way around or if he is going to have to battle in to the feature the hard way. Oh, Stryker with a little contact there. Gets a little sideways, catches that wall. That puts Josh Fuller up into 2nd. Blaine Brink making contact with Cale Stryker. Cale Stryker all over the place right now, trying to get a handle back on it and get her back underneath him. But it is all the Billy Brickley show right now. He is putting on a clinic with about 7 to 8 car lengths out in front of your top qualifier, Josh Fuller. 9 of 10, so we are rounding out the field. We will be going white flag here soon. Now problems for Blaine Brink. He dropped all the way into the 9th position. So tough break for LGR Motorsports driver Blaine Brink. Not sure what happened there. Didn't catch it. We do not throw caution flags in the heat races or the consies. With the win, it is going to be Billy Brickley starting it off for Suffolking Fast Sim Sports. The 12th F of Josh Fuller coming home in 2nd. Tom LaBar from the Mod Squad in the number 99, moving up into that 3rd and final transfer position. All others going to have to try and race in. I think we have just enough to maybe make a consi race here. Not sure. We'll have to see how what iRacing decides on that one. And here we go. Heat race number 2 taking to the track. Starting on the pole position from Suffolking Fast Sim Sports, it's the number 2 of Andrew Hansen. Outside row number 1 in the number 02E, it is Cameron Evans. Row number 2 on the inside is going to be Todd Hutton in the number 98. Outside row number 2 from Mecca Motorsports, it is Jonathan Byram in the number 54. Row number 3 on the inside, the number 76 of Tyler Klaus. Outside of him is going to be the 14X of Braxton Wilson. Inside row number 4 is going to be Justin Pennycoff from RDR Racing. And from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, it's Anthony Goyette. Here we go. We are getting ready to go green flag racing here in heat race number 2. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Andrew Hansen running that high side. Now he brings it back down low. He's going to have to try and stay on that bottom side wall and not open the door. Or Cameron Evans. Cameron Evans just opened it for him. Made a little bit of contact and takes over the top spot there in the 02E. Wow, guys, sorry. I did that whole intro for the race, and my mic was off for some reason, so I apologize. But Ryan Klaus out front right now. Cody Clark in second in the number 5. We are green flag racing here at Lanier. Kraus from the Mod Squad in the 7K trying to hold off his fellow teammate in the number 98. Brian Lawson right there in the number 39 holding down that last and final transfer position, but he has a lot of heat on him as they might go 4 wide here in just a moment. And Lawson trying to hold on to that last transfer position. Randy Shreves right there in the number 56 working on the inside now. Lawson goes all the way up top shelf. And that is not going to work out for him. It's going to let Shreves get that position. Once these drivers come off the inside line, the outside is a lot longer way to go around. And it's going to be tough for you to pass on the outside. So Ryan Krause and Andrew Clark still right there on your screen from the Mod Squad, trying to get checked out from these other drivers. Just past halfway right now with Ryan Krause still out front. Andrew Clark now back about 0.8 of a second, but still holding down that second transfer position. And in third, Randy Shreves from Silver King Fast Sim Sports, looking to try and put it on the podium tonight. I was talking to him before the race. Said he's about due for a driver interview, so we're hoping that Randy Shreves can have one hell of a night tonight in the number 56 Silver King Fast Sim Sports rocket ship. Ryan Krause hitting all of his marks, getting it all done, and he wins. Clark in second, Shreves third. Just outside the transfers, Clark, Lawson, Kistler, Fournier, and Flieger. Heat number 4. So 4 heat races tonight here, as these guys are ready to throw down in the Fournier Motorsports 358's, brought to you by United Earth Sim Series. Here we go, starting on the pole position in the number 73 for heat race number 4 is Brandon Surratt. Outside row number 1, it says from the Firm Motorsports, so that's how we're going to call it. In the 5S, it is Justin Sick. Inside row number 2, it is Sammy McNabb in the number 28. Outside of Sammy McNabb in the number 20 car, right there from Mecca Motorsports, it is Camden Johnston. Inside row number 3 is going to be Matt Yorker from Big Daddy Speed Concepts, and the Crazy Kangaroo himself from Silver King Fast Sim Sports, Chris Jones. Inside row number 3, new driver here tonight, all the way from Canada, in the number 32, it is Hugo Mathieu, and Dante Brown in the 19J from LGR Motorsports, rounding out the field, going from worst, looking to go first. We are going to be green flag racing here momentarily. Pace truck is off. They are racing. Here, as you can see, the top 4 cars still running side by side. Surratt out front, Justin Sick in that 5S. Now Camden Johnston, when I was painting his late model, he said he was going to win the race tonight, hands down, which all of his teammates laughed at him. But he's running in the second position right now and going for the lead. This kid is fast. Look at this thing go. So Camden Johnston right there in the number 20 Hearn car on your screen. He is up 3 positions, so went from 4th to 1st and now is trying to get checked out over the field. He's got Matt Yorker in tow, though. Yorker, no slouch in the big block modifieds in that number 34 car. He is trying to find anything and everything he can to catch up to Camden Johnston. We are past halfway here with Camden Johnston still out front. Matt Yorker second. Now Brandon Surratt running in third. But look at Chris Jones up there on the top shelf trying to get up in from fifth. He's looking to go third. Sick now working down the inside in the 5S. But it is all Camden Johnston right now. He's got a little bit of heat on him from Matt Yorker. Matt Yorker trying to get this heat race win. He is going to go up top shelf to see if he can get enough momentum to catch up to him, but I don't think he's going to do it. That bottom line is so blistering fast here at Lanier. It'll be interesting to see if Yorker has what it takes to chase him down in 2 laps. We're going to go white flag this time by. Yorker is reeling him in. Let's see if it's going to be enough here. Johnston up to take his line there, keep a little bit of the momentum. And it's going to be a drag race to the finish. It's going to be Johnston, Yorker, Surratt. Just outside the transfer is going to be Sick, Jones, McNabb, Brown, and Matthew. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, bud. I do apologize. The B main is getting ready to take to the track as we speak. Here we go for B main action. So 12 to the feature in this one. Starting on the pole position from Mecca Motorsports, it's the number 15 of Cale Stryker. Outside row number 1 in the number 31, it is Todd Hutton. Inside row number 2 in the number 9 car, it is Cody Clark. Outside of him from the Firm Motorsports in the 5S, it is Justin Sick. Inside row number 3 in the number 83, we call him Gramps. He's from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. He's Billy Bowerman. Outside of him from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports is the number 2 of Andrew Danson Hansen. Brian Lawson from Mud Dog Motorsports in 7th on the inside row number 4. 8th is going to be the Crazy Kangaroo Chris Jones from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. Mason Mier, Justin Pennycove, Sammy McNabb, Tyler Clowes, Zachary Kistler, Dante Brown, Kevin Robinson, Hugo Mathieu, Claude Fournier, Mario Paudrier, Adam Flieger, Blaine Brink, and rounding out the field, looks like Anthony Goyette put it back on the trailer. He was worried about being able to race the full race tonight, and I don't think that he was able to make it. So we are green flag racing here at Lanier in the B main. Cale Stryker out front right now. And you can see the number 98 of Todd Hutton still running in that second position. Justin Sick still running in third, as you can see him peek into the screen there. Let's flash back just a little bit. We are side by side with Cody Clark working down the inside of Andrew Hansen. The 21 of Blaine Brink looping it from LGR Motorsports. Started out in the back of the pack, and he was trying to make his way up. Tough break for him there in the yellow and blue. Once again, there are no caution flags unless deemed necessary by the admin team. Sick and Hansen making some contact there. Tough break for those two drivers. It looks like Hansen was able to hold on to the spot. Hard racing there. As this B main with no caution flags, they're going to be running up on some lap traffic here momentarily. There you go. Kevin Robinson staying down low in the 60B. Number 98 of Todd Hutton having to check up for the lap traffic there. And that's going to allow Andrew Hansen and Cody Clark to be right up on Hutton. Cale Stryker trying to drive away with this one. Trying to drive away out of everybody's life. Running that high side. We'll have to see. Maybe I'm wrong. From the testing we did earlier, the low line seemed to be the fast side. And it'll be interesting as the night goes on to see if we are correct. Cody Clark down there in the number 5 is going to take over that number 2 spot. In the black, white, and red, all the way down up against the wall, running through the slick right now. 98 of Todd Hutton still sitting in 3rd now. Andrew Hansen just behind him in 4th. Then you've got Billy, the Gramps Bowerman, with his hands full there in the number 83 machine. Coming out of retirement, trying to show the little young kids how to get it done. We're super glad to have him back out on the track. It's a great sight to see. Chris Jones right behind him from Silver King Fast Sim Sports, working the wheel down on the inside with Sammy McNabb right behind him. So we are 12 laps of 15. As you can see, severe damage there to Blaine Brink's car. Brink right there in the number 21 with the early spin around and doesn't have any part of his front clip. Oh, got into the inside wall again. Everybody stays clean. The 1K trying to sneak by on the outside. So lots of traffic in the backfield. Cale Stryker with the clean track at the moment. There's your second place car. Whoa, we just saw something happen there. Not sure what that was. They are getting after it. There's a Fournier Motorsports, Claude Fournier, going a lap down to Andrew Hansen right there. Andrew running in the 3rd position still. And that's going to do it. So, Stryker, Clark, Hansen, your top 3. McNabb, Kistler, Jones, Brown, Pennycove, Hutton, Bowerman, Lawson, and Mier are all going to the main event. And that is going to put us over into warm-up. Everybody checking in out on Facebook. We appreciate it. Coulter West saying go LGR. Aiden Beerline out there checking in as well. Della Comedian. Patricia Payne, how are you doing? Hope all is well with you. We are throwing down here at Lanier with these big blocks. 358's. Cameron Evans holding down the top spot right there in this final warm-up session in the 02E. Now Josh Fuller taking it over. Yikes. Got a little help from Braxton there. As we are fast forwarding through the warm-up, they have got enough time to figure out if their setup's going to work. And we are going to jump straight in to the main event. You wanted the best. You got UDSS right here for Fournier Motorsports. 358's coming at you here from Lanier. Starting on the pole position in the 00 from Silver King Fast Sim Sports. It is Billy the Buckshot Brickley. Outside row number 1 in the 02E. Cameron Evans. Inside row number 2 in the 7K from the Mod Squad. It is Ryan Kraus. Outside of him in the number 20 car from Mecha Motorsports, it is Camden Johnson. Josh Fuller going to be on the inside row number 3 in that number 12 car. In the 14X, it's going to be Braxton Wilson. Row number 4 on the inside is going to be the number 98 of Andrew Clark from the Mod Squad, and Matt Yorker to his outside in the 34. Tom Labar from the Mod Squad in the number 99 on the inside row number 5, and Jonathan Byram in the 54 from Mecha Motorsports. Then we've got Brandon Surratt, Cody Clark, Sammy McNabb, Zach Kissler, Chris Jones, Dante Brown, Todd Hutton, Justin Pennycove, Billy Bowerman, Mason Mier, Cale Stryker, Brian Lawson, and Andrew Hansen. We are green flag racing right now with Billy the Buckshot Brickley leading him around, trying to get checked out as quickly as he can right there from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. Caution flag out on the first lap. It looked like there was a car upside down on its side. Let's see if we can figure out what brought it out. Let's see if this is it. Looks like it might have been Zachary Kissler. Right there in the 1K. Makes some contact. Oh! Wow, that was a big wreck right there. Cody Clark going upside down. We'll watch it from his vantage point there. Clark looks down the inside, gets 3 wide. Jonathan Byram makes some contact with them, and Clark goes ass over tea kettle in that Roco construction number 5. So we are going to get them re-racked, restacked, and ready to rock and roll here. Aiden Beerline says, I'm going to guess that Billy steps on it. So Aiden Beerline not making any friends right there with Billy Brickley. Friendly rivalry that they always have. And Billy the Buckshot Brickley going to be going for his first win here in this series in the 358's. Back to green flag racing here. Billy Brickley out front. Cameron Evans trying to run him down on the high side. Josh Fuller now sitting in third, working on the inside as well. Let's see if Evans can hold on to second place. He is up working that high side. Josh Fuller now down on the inside. But Billy Brickley out front. Camden Johnston sitting in the pits, so tough break for him. As now it is Brickley and Fuller pulling away, with Evans and Andrew Clark working up top. Fuller trying to open the door there. Brickley holding on to it. Let's see. He is trying to get away from Josh Fuller as quickly as possible. 2 drivers down low, working pretty tight. 2 drivers up top. Evans and Andrew Clark from the Mod Squad working that top side, hoping that it comes in. The bottom side, though, right now, the Catfish, Billy Brickley, that is not his normal deal, but he is going where the traction is. Working all the way down on the tires. Caution flag is out. We are 7 laps in here. Oh, Matt Yorker sitting sideways there. We'll have to take a look at that and see what happened there. We'll go back and look for that one. Matt Yorker right there in the number 34, blue, orange, and white at the top of your screen. Oh, just hits the wall, rides it all the way around, and then gets collected up by the 54, 56, 25. So that's Pennycoff, Jones. I think Shreves hit him as well. So Yorker putting it all the way up into the grandstands almost there. Your leader still right there, Billy the Buckshot Brickley. Actually, his name is Billy the Buckshot Bandit Brickley, but that's way too many B's for me to say all the time, and I just don't want to. So here we go. Re-racked, restacked. We're going to let him go here in just a moment. Brickley setting the pace down the inside line. Cameron Evans outside of him. And we should be, yikes, going to green flag with the 1K. Coming back out onto the track right in front of everybody. Your leaders now have to contend with a lapped car straight out of the gate. And Brickley, Billy Brickley trying to hold on to it there. In the lead, everybody now working down on the low side. Brickley able to find some traction, sliding out. He goes real slow through 4 to make sure that he doesn't come off the line that he wants. Cameron Evans now working down low. Ryan Krause up to 3rd from the Mod Squad. Hell of a run for him. He is now battling right there in the 3rd position with the skull on the roof in the 7K. Cameron Evans having to push up now to the grease. And that's going to put him back into the 3rd position. So Evans is going to go up top shelf trying to run that high line. That 28 slides all the way up track. We have got them all over the place trying to find what they can. Braxton Wilson making a little contact with the number 28 there. These guys are running the high side pretty ragged on the edge. As now Billy Brickley goes up top shelf. He does not like that bottom line, but he's running it at the moment, which is surprising. He is a blink fest. The guys have no idea where he's at, but he is still leading the race. Right there in the 00. Ryan Krause from the Mod Squad trying to chase him down on the inside line. And I think he's going to be able to do it. So he is trying to go where the lap traffic isn't. Comes back down to the inside. Jonathan Byram up into the 3rd position, trying to hold down a podium finish for Mecca Motorsports. In that number 54. Just outside is the number 15 in Kale Stryker, sitting in 14th. And now Cameron Evans back to 5th. So he is definitely going the wrong way. Josh Fuller trying to make his way up. Also, Jonathan Byram up 7 positions. Kale Stryker up 9. Brian Lawson right here running in the 13th position. Up 10 places. Started in 23rd. So he is a man on a mission as well. He's running up on that high side. All these drivers trying to chase down that man right there. Billy Brickley. Caution is out on the speedway. That's going to allow the 1K to get back around to the tail end of the field. And now we will see how this one stacks up. So it looks like tough night for Matt Yorker. It looks like he might have brought out the 2nd or the 3rd caution here. Let's take a look. Yorker running up on that high side up against the wall once again. Man, he is having outside wall issues tonight, and it is not being nice to him. It's going to bring out his 2nd caution flag. of the night. So tough break for Matt Yorker. Running all the way out against that wall, trying to find something, make something work. Here we go. Green flag back out on the speedway. One hell of a start from Billy Brickley right there. He ripped that car down from the high side all the way down low. Got a nice run coming down the hill. And he is running all the way up against that inside wall. Cale Stryker in second, trying to hold that spot down. And in third, Ryan Krause from the Mod Squad in the 7K. So Krause having one hell of a run, looking to try and get on the podium here tonight as we are coming up on halfway home here in this one. So far, it's been the Billy Brickley Show. And he is going to try and keep his momentum rocking here in this race. Cale Stryker trying to work on him there in the number 15. Takes over second from Ryan Krause. Krause still now holding down the top three, the podium. But Jonathan Byram right behind him. Brickley still staying all the way down on the inside wall. Cale Stryker letting it up just a little bit. He's running more of a midline. And so far that inside line, I do believe, has been dominant as we have went through this race. As you can see, the top four drivers all staying pretty low. You don't have anybody going high back into about the 28 car. Sammy McNabb's running the high line there. And he is just trying to go where there isn't anybody else. So the inside line here at Lanier proving to be more dominant. It's so much farther around the outside. And I think that's where it comes in. Billy Brickley now being challenged by Cale Stryker there side by side. Stryker running a little bit higher line. Brickley now going to have to get up on the wheel and get after it. Oh, top three are making contact there. And now Byram sends it in, makes contact with Ryan Krause. So Byram going to take over that third position. Cale Stryker up front. And the caution flag is out, 28 of 45 in. So let's see if we can figure out who brought this one out. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Let's see. Is it Billy Bowerman? No, he pulls into the pits. He got off the track. So it looks like Bowerman calling it a night there. I don't see what brought out that last caution there. Sometimes it just doesn't register right. But here we go. Cale Stryker out front. Billy Brickley in the second position. Ryan Krause in third. And Jonathan Byram fourth. Josh Fuller sitting top five. As we go back to green flag racing, they are stacking them up. And there's some contact between the top three there. Stryker out front. There's a good shot right there. Billy Brickley now, he's running all the way up high. Josh Fuller down on that inside line. I'm telling you, that inside line is where it is at. Cale Stryker out front. Josh Fuller and Billy Brickley battling for the second position. But you've got Ryan Krause right there. Caution flag back out on the speedway. Yikes. Oh, that one might have been Andrew Hansen. Let's take a look here. Boy, this wall of Lanier tonight really tearing some cars up. And, yeah, Andrew Hansen got it all the way out on that outside wall and just crawled right up into the chain link fence. So tough break for him. Cale Stryker up 12 positions. He is tied for the hard charger right now with Todd Hutton. Todd Hutton sitting in the 9th position, also up 12 positions. Sammy McNabb up 11 positions. So that is crazy. These guys coming from deep in the field up towards the front, and that is awesome. Billy Brickley trying to hold on to a podium finish here. Josh Fuller right there in 3rd. And Ryan Krause from the Mod Squad in 4th. They stack them up on the start. No patience from the drivers towards the front of the field. Cale Stryker still in 1st. Billy Brickley in 3rd. Now there's a battle for 2nd. Heating up between Josh Fuller and Billy Brickley. They are working their way around. Billy Brickley all the way down on that inside wall once again. The place Billy hates to be, but he is doing it to hold on to the spot. Oh, we had somebody spinning there. I saw somebody on the top of the screen. So late caution. We're going to go back to green flag racing with about a 10-lap shootout. And let's see if we can figure out who brought that one out. Might have been the number 54 from Mecca Motorsports, Jonathan Byram. Let's go back and take a look. There's Byram right there, working in the blue with the pink numbers. Randy Shreves, he's going to go up high. Sammy McNabb, they make contact, and he locks it up and stacks up the field. So here we go. Cale Stryker looking for the win here in the Fournier Motorsports 358's. Billy Brickley still sitting in 2nd. Josh Fuller 3rd. Ryan Krause 4th in the 7K. The 28 of Sammy McNabb now in 5th. Braxton Wilson 6th. Randy Shreve 7th. Todd Hutton in 8th. Todd Hutton now your hard charger up 13 positions. And we are green flag racing. Fuller now down the inside, possibly making a little bit of contact with the 00. Trying to find his way around. Brickley trying to reel in the leader right there as we are 10 laps to go now for Cale Stryker. Billy Brickley sitting in that 2nd position. Josh Fuller, now he's working the high side. Ryan Krause is going to try and get back up in there on the inside line. So that inside line definitely proven to be pretty quick here tonight. And we'll have to see if it hangs on for the next 7 laps or so. Cale Stryker doesn't seem to matter where he's at. He can be running through the slick. He can be running in the tacky. He's just fast. Brickley still trying to keep down in that moisture as much as he can. But your leader trying to run away with this one with about 0.8 of a second gap now over Billy Brickley. Ryan Krause in the 7K trying to make his way up to the podium. Not sure that he's going to be able to do it right now. Caution flag out on the speedway. So that's going to give him another shot, another solid shot at trying to get on the podium there for the Mod Squad. All right, so looks like maybe Braxton Wilson in the 14X. All the way out there. into the wall, and that is all she wrote right there for him as he knocked the rear end out of that car. So we'll be sitting at about a 5-lap shootout now here at Lanier for the Fournier Motorsports 358's. Great action here from Stryker, Brickley, Fuller, Kraus, McNabb, and Shreves. Todd Hutton now up 14 positions for all those that are watching. The underdog earning his Hard Charger Award tonight. Right here, up into 7th place in the white number 98 right there. He is up 14 spots. We are back to green flag racing with Cale Stryker and Billy Brickley, Josh Fuller, Kraus working their way around. Stryker holding it down. Brickley trying to stay as smooth as he can, hitting all of his marks. And now Stryker trying to work his way down towards the bottom of the track. Josh Fuller holding that 3rd podium finish down here. And we have a caution out on the speedway. Oh no, Cameron Evans started up front. Right here, let's see if this is it. 02E, the gray, orange, and black car. Oh, Mier gets into Surratt, who gets into Evans. Big old chain reaction right there to bring out the caution flag with only a few laps left here in the books for the 358 Modifieds. Top 3 right there on the screen. There's your top 4. 7K peeking in there from the Mod Squad. We're going to go back to green flag racing here momentarily. Todd Hutton still sitting in that 7th position. 14 spots he's earned, and now he is working on Randy Shreves. So this one winding down right here with Cale Stryker jumping back out front. Billy Brickley playing hide and seek. Josh Fuller sitting in 3rd trying to chase him down. We only have a few more laps left here as Sammy McNabb tries to get a run up on the high side. You can see his car right there in the number 28. Trying to battle with Randy Shreves. Brickley not coming off the bottom, but for only a handful of laps in this race. And that is getting him there so far. He doesn't have anything for Cale Stryker. It doesn't look like. We'll see as he will throw whatever he has left in the tank at him here on the white flag lap. Josh Fuller trying to make a move as well. Fuller still sitting on that 3rd and final podium position. Ryan Kraus, as they come up to the line, it's going to be Stryker, Brickley, Fuller, Kraus, McNabb is your top 5. Randy Shreves 6th. 7th is the number 98 of Andrew Clark. 13 spots on the field is Todd Hutton in the number 98. Number 9th place is going to be Surratt, Evans, Mier, Pennycoff in 12th. Brian Lawson 13th. Braxton Wilson 14th, 15th, Dante Brown, 16th, Chris Jones. So here we go. We're going to give them just a moment here to get lined up on the front straightaway. And we will give them a moment to jump into Discord so we can get some driver interviews. And we have the third place finisher tonight in the 12F. It is Josh Fuller. Man, how you doing tonight?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Well, I was talking to you earlier, and we were talking about how fast you were in these 358's, and you had one hell of a race tonight, that's for sure. What did you feel like there was any certain spot on the track that you thought was going to be fast going into this one?
No. Once this track slicks off, it's just kind of tough, man. It's one line around, and it's hard to, when it gets so slick, it's hard to try to pass anyone because if you go in and try to nudge someone, they're going to spin, and you don't want to do that, obviously. So it is what it is. The top was there for a little bit in the B main, but then by the time the feature was there, it was gone. So it was just bottom of the track.
Yeah, I had called that out in the beginning of the broadcast and said that was probably going to be the place that everybody was going to want to be, was down up against that inside wall. And that is such a tricky line to hit because you only had, about maybe 2 foot of track there that was still good by the end of the race?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, maybe a couple times on the broadcast you might have caught it, but I almost hit the inside pit wall 3 times coming out of the board.
I noticed that both you and Brickley there in the 00 were both flirting with that inside wall, and I was waiting to see if it was going to bite one of you guys. But, man, you guys had both of you, all 3 of you had, a hell of a rocket ship, and it was some great racing for you guys, I mean, for the most part, it was a fairly clean race. The wall was what seemed to be biting most people, not other drivers. So I was kind of glad to see that it was just people running on the high side, and the wall was just making the cars climb tonight. And you got it done and got on the podium, man. Who would you like to thank who helped get you out here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Mecca Motorsports again for the help with the car today. Kale and Jonathan and Camden, we all kind of get together and get something going for the race. And it was good for Kale. He came from dead last. He had to take an EOL. So shout out to those guys for helping me out.
Absolutely. And Camden also, I know he had a tough break there and went down early, but man, he was looking pretty fast as well. So you guys definitely had some hot rods for tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of his, he was going around the track at some point in time, and his car, all the cars around him blinked out, so he was like, well, I better go ahead and get out of this before I mess something else up. So he went ahead, exited out of the race so he didn't mess it up for anybody else.
Very courteous, man. That was good of him to make sure that he wasn't damaging anybody else's night. Not everybody would do that.
No, you don't even think about that. The kid's 13 years old and he's out here and he's processing that stuff. He's got a future ahead of him in this.
For sure, he's definitely got a good head on his shoulders. I was very impressed talking to him earlier today. So, good job once again, Josh Fuller coming home in third. We're gonna see you for the big blocks tonight.
Potentially.
Right on. Well, maybe we'll be doing another interview.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it.
Take care. Josh Fuller and the number 12F coming home in third tonight. In second place, in the black and gold 00, Billy the Buckshot Bandit Brickley from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. What do you think?
Yeah. I told you earlier. I told you how the race is going to go, didn't I?
You did, sir. You absolutely did. And I was actually surprised to see you stick to your own game plan because I know how much it pains you to run on the inside.
Yeah. I told the guys, I said, I'm about to just go to the top for point, finish 9th. But I didn't do it. Just sat there and fell asleep, played merry-go-round on the bottom. It was absolutely boring, but it is what it is.
Made for some good racing. I mean, you guys definitely were racy up front there, but it just seemed like, watching each guy try that high side, they were trying to get past others, and just couldn't do it tonight with the way the track was.
I put a gear in it to try to run up there, and it didn't run up there at all, so that probably screwed me. I think I could have got KL there at the end. I just couldn't have I had no power coming out of the corners. I had to wait for the car to rev up, and by then he was already starting to get his going, so that didn't work out too well, but it is what it is. That Sofa King slow setup shop really killed it on this setup today and just had us up front.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sofa King slow setups seem to be working for you so far since you switched over.
Yeah, Holden Two Dicks and Barry McCockner, they're two of the best in the business, and I gotta give it to those guys. They built some of the fastest setups around, you know, and can't beat them. They're free.
There you go. That's the right price, right?
That's a perfect price.
Absolutely. Well, will you be doubling down here tonight in the Goya Trucking Big Block Modified All-Stars?
Yeah, I'm gonna go run the big blocks, and hopefully we don't have a repeat of this last race. I think Kokomo might actually be a little more exciting, top and bottom, but I don't know. I've never ran a big block there, so who knows? Right
on. Well, we will see you, Billy the Buckshot Bandit. You like that? I got your whole name right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's about time. It's only
yeah, because most people just know you as Buckshot, but I actually found your true nickname.
It depends. It's actually Buckshot, but a couple of people started calling me the Bandit when I was winning all the time. So I didn't win. I think I'm 2 for 2 in the 358's, finishing second. So yeah.
There you go. There you go.
We'll see how the next one goes.
All right. Well, that is Billy the Buckshot Bandit Brickley in the 00, coming home one spot short of the win tonight here in the Fournier Motorsports 358's. And with the win in the number 15, Cale Stryker. How about it?
That was a fun one.
I tell you what, man, you went up 12 positions. You were one spot.
I started last. They gave me an EOL for the heat race, so I started last and came up to the front.
Oh, yeah, so that would be 12 spots from where you initially were starting. So, yeah, then you would have had the hard charger. There you go. So, one hell of a rocket ship, obviously. What did it take tonight? Did you think that what was your game plan going in? Because I said that the bottom side was probably going to be where everybody was going to be at, and you were down there for some of the race, but it seemed like you were kind of looking around, and you might have had a little bit more options than some of the other drivers.
Yeah, I can't really say I had a game plan whenever I found out I was having an EOL starting last. I was just kind of hoping to avoid any wrecks and try to make it up to about top 10 or so, but it stuck really good right in the middle, and we got going about the middle of the race, and I was 3 wide for about 4 or 5 laps and made a whole bunch of ground up. And once I kind of got towards the front, I knew I had the fast car. It was just a matter of getting there, and and little luck here and there, getting around some people. And once I got up to Billy, he's a hard dude to pass. And I finally got to the outside of him to where I could kind of keep him from sliding up on me, and I rolled him on the outside and got there. I hated all those yellows at the end, though. I was pulling a little bit, then they'd put him right back there.
Yeah, he's a tough one to have in your rear view mirror also. He's a tough one to chase and pass, but then also in the rear view, because he's really good at restarts also. And you held him off, you did a great job, and it was awesome to watch, you guys battle. And I was just wondering, what it felt like as you guys were working your way around the track, all three of you.
Yeah, once we kind of got out in the front and on those restarts, I could see he would be kind of lagging back, and I was trying to drag back to him. He was, trying to get that little jump on it. He ran into me a couple times, and when he hit me, I'd take off, and I was trying to get it timed up pretty good. But I think once I kind of got enough of a little bit gap, Josh was putting enough pressure on him that he started racing Josh instead of kind of worrying to catch me, and that let me extend a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that you said it that way, because that is kind of, a lot of people that don't race in real life don't think about that. But if you're in second, you're chasing down the win, but then when the third place car starts putting pressure on you, you're not necessarily chasing down the third place or the first place car anymore. Now you're protecting your position in second place, and some people on iRacing don't think about it like that, I don't think. But I mean, man, one hell of a job tonight, and you had enough to get it done. and it was a pretty crazy race with you guys all fighting for the same real estate. I think that's what, the exciting part of it, like Billy was like, oh, it's so boring. It was just a merry-go-round on the inside. But really, I mean, when you stop to look at it, it was a race on the inside of the track for the most part, and you had all the same drivers battling for all the same real estate. And that, to me, is what made it exciting, that you guys could pull it off, stay clean, and you still got the win.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, it was a pretty clean race on my end of it. I went through the field pretty clean, and like I said, I think me being able to move up that extra lane and still roll it with good speed kind of gave me, like you said, a little more option, and I think that's definitely kind of what helped me there towards the end to get around him. So. Yeah, but it all in all, it was a fun race. I enjoy being able to race tight, clean races. Whether you win or lose, that's just fun at that point.
Right, absolutely. Well, hey man, who would you like to thank? Who helped get you out here tonight into victory lane at Lanier?
Well, definitely the guys at Mecca Motorsports. They've helped me out a whole bunch. You guys at Redline designed my car. Love it. It's a great car.
Looks pretty good.
Glad to put it on your page a little bit. V8 Resto and Mod, and then Hildebrand Automotive.
Fantastic. Well, will you be doubling down in the Goya Trucking Big Block Modifieds tonight?
Oh, I plan on running it. I ain't gonna make any promises there. I'm not a fan of this next track, but I'll drive it.
Well, there you go, brother. That's what it all takes, and hopefully you have another good race, and maybe we'll be doing 2 interviews here in a row, huh?
I hope so. I'll give it my best.
There you go. Sounds good, brother. That is Cale Stryker in the number 15, coming home with the win at Lanier here in the Fournier Motorsports 358's. That's going to do it, guys. We are going to be coming back at you here with the Goya Trucking Big Block Modifieds, and we will see you here shortly. Thank you all for tuning in. If we don't see you tonight, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for the sprint cars. And that's going to be exciting as well, as it's all at Charlotte. Here we go. See you next time.